Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you're all well rested and ready to get get working because it is gonna probably be an interesting day in the markets. Yesterday was the one day we get a break, which is Saturday. We had a trading plan for that day, kind of hit pretty dead on. A lot of the action for our long occurred overnight. I did get out of my long at like 120% profit. I'm in my short around 1770, which our target was 1775, 1780 yesterday, but I wasn't awake for that tip, so it is what it is. Now what we're doing is we're consolidating. I am looking for today's Sunday open. When Sunday opens, I'm looking for Dixie to continue its path to the upside. As that occurs, you should see Bitcoin and ETH get some pushback. If we actually claim above the 104 level for the day close, then we can look for much, much higher targets coming for the next day. But if we find resistance here and we start trickling back down, it'll give Bitcoin and ETH a little bit of breathing room. And then Monday, when markets open, if everything goes good, we can continue up and then we'll get that reaction from the rest of crypto and tech stocks to the downside. What we need to do is see if this is not a fake inverse head and shoulder, and this head and shoulder wasn't just to do distribution to take out the low. If this head and shoulder was just to do the measured move to make the right shoulder, we should accumulate and consolidate here for a little bit, and then you'll see that breakout. So if a little bit of back and forth happens here, don't let it frustrate you. Look at this. This took like a week or two. So that can happen around here before we look for upside. As long as we're not making new lows, I'm good to go. And that's basically that on DXY. Now what I'm going to show you guys, normally we go over perps, right? I'm going to go over CME. I want to just shoot quickly before we even uh sorry before we get onto the perps. I want to show you, even though I'm looking for downside on Dixie, you have a nice $300 gap in between your Bitcoin price. You have no gap for ETH. So ETH is at parity. There's a little bit of a premium on Bitcoin. Bitcoin can probably come back down. Or I mean, Bitcoin can go up and fill the gap on Bitcoin, and then we can ride up with that on ETH. I'm just trying to show you that ETH is at parity. Bitcoin is a little bit more premium. If you see weakness in Bitcoin, I mean, you should know what that means. If you see weakness in Ethereum, Bitcoin might drag down and fill that $300 extra gap, etc., etc., etc. Here is daily on Bitcoin CME. As you guys can see, we were actually coming into our resistance over here around 29,000. We started finding up and down consolidation here. This is exactly what I wanted. This is what I see usually before the next leg up. So it's like, as much as I'm giving you these bullish, bearish conclusions on Dixie, we have seen Dixie run up and crypto run up together. So don't forget about those scenarios where they run together, because even though I'm looking for upside on Dixie, doesn't mean that we have to continue that inverse relationship. It's just what we're used to, but please keep in mind that the different possibility is there. Right now, you see you almost have your third, well, you did get your third bearish divergence here on the consolidation. So if it wants to pull back and we come back to like around 25,500, that is not unreasonable, and it's still bullish because you're testing the order block for continuation after there. So yes, the point I'm trying to get at is, please be ready for a little bit of sideways and down to get over leverage longs out. Coming to test into $25,500 area is not a bad thing. It's an area for you to take a long scalp, for you to look for higher. If you are already long and you didn't take profit, you should consider taking some profit here. If you're not in any trade, if you want to get into a trade, you can consider taking a short here with a stop loss above 29,000 and then letting that come to 25, close, scalp your long. and then your short you can leave a little bit running for insurance with the stop loss at profit and scalp this long into this 200 EMA between 25 to 24 and look for higher from there. So that's the plan if you wanted to go with CME. If you're looking for what I'm looking for on perpetual contracts, feel free to watch yesterday's video. A few things I want to point out. This gap is now filled. This gap over here is not. Okay, so this gap all the way over here around 20K is not filled, but the gap that we had around 27,000 is filled. So take that for what it's worth. If we lose this level here, coming down to this 25,000, $24,300 level is not completely out of uh, norm to look for a long in that area. It would be great if we don't go lower than 26,000 or 25,600. But if we go to that lower level, I mean, it's a buying opportunity. Worst case scenario would be coming all the way down here and filling this gap, but then we would hope to continue up. Filling the gap would be kind of a bullish scenario. We just want to like wick it and then just pump up right out of it. So that way, all the people who are seeing this bearish divergence from here to here, this is a lot of bearish divergence. So as this gets cooled off, we can look for like maybe a retrace to around 26.7, and you can scalp this long for higher because this oscillator is almost already cooled off. So pretty soon you'll see buyers step up, and let's watch and see if that plays out with Dixie. So that's the plan. Let's go to ETH. Copy. Okay, so ETH, we don't have no gap anywhere other than like right here. This gap is technically considered filled. So it's kind of like that one gap on Bitcoin that we have to worry about. For ETH, we're doing the same thing, bearish divergence being pretty meanly built up in this region. Test into 1650 area should not scare you. It's very much a long opportunity to test into this support here to the left, and then we can look for sideways and up after. The only risk and warning would be like losing 1650 on a 4-hour open and close. You have to consider that, hey, you can come into that 1500 to 1460 level. We've been watching this level for a while now. As this thing goes sideways here, you have to consider us coming to test into here for a confirmation of support before we break out higher. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. So this gap is not filled. Interesting. So this gap, which is between 1500 to 1430. So there's a gap here. So this 1530 to 1460 is something that you definitely need to keep it aware of. So now I'm even more enticed about this area. You are right now doing a retrace and you're already coming up and rejecting at the 21 EMA. If you can't close this 4-hour candle above, well, when we open, if we can't get above 1790 and actually close a 4-hour above it, more than likely we'll use that as resistance and come test into 1650 for a long scalp opportunity. Hopefully you don't come into this lower levels, but if Dixie does go nuclear up and CME wants to go down, we know that this area is a good long scalp area. So all you guys with cash sitting on spot on the sidelines wanting to buy some spot, here's an opportunity for you over here. Yeah, and that's basically all I have for you guys on that. If you break above 1890 4-hour open and close, you know that our next target is going to be that 19,500 or 23,000. Let's go back to daily for a second. Breaking a 4-hour open and close above 1860, our target is going to be over here, 20,050. And then after that, it was at 23, but I don't think it's going to populate on this chart. Yeah, it's around 23. So for CME, it's telling you be careful for 2070, 2050-ish, okay? Maybe 2100. Perp wise, and I'll just do this really quick, but then I'm gonna get out of here. Perp wise, if we get those 4-hour open and closes above 1880-ish or 1850, Where's perps at? Yeah, 1850. You should be looking for that next target, which is around, well, you can do that 2000 whatever that we saw in CME, but then the next one is around 23. Okay. So this will confirm a breakout after we can have a 4 hour open and close above 1915. If you get a 4 hour open and close above 1915, you should look for upside. Right now, RSI is just telling you, hey, I want to poke up. This is greatly accumulated. Now he wants to just bust on up. This doji over here on yesterday's candle is showing you, yo, you want to break up to the upside, bouncing off the 21. So perp wise, look for a little bit higher, and then you can short, and then Bitcoin on a daily. Perp wise, ooh, I didn't even look at how nasty the bearish divergence on volume is. Bitcoin is doing the same thing as ETH. You're trying to curl up, but coming off overbought situation, this could be a dead cat bounce situation. So if you can't get 4 hour open and closes above 27,800, more than likely that's your short opportunity to come test into 25,006, which is where we wanted to scoop the long on CME. So everything is lining up, guys. Be aware. If you get that 4 hour open and close above 24,000 or 28,400, you should be looking for the next target around 30,500, 30,600, I think. And then then you should be looking for around 34 to 36. That's probably where you're going to get caught with the head for the reverse head and shoulder. Like this is your neckline. You're going to build this head here and then make a shoulder and roll on over, something like that. But that's basically all I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you in the next video. Any other asset requests? Today we were charting ARB for people on the free side. Feel free to go take a look at those charts on the Discord server. If you would like to trade with me live or ask me any questions throughout the day, feel free to join me on the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside with all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend for you that help the channel grow and me as well. Thank you. Aside from that, if you guys can do me a very good solid, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch a video. Please just leave a like, a comment, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications if you haven't already. Just tell me what shoe size you are in the comment section below. That does enough for me to have the YouTube channel spread the video. Aside from that, guys, have a great day. Be careful. I will see you guys on the Discord server shortly. We will try to do an hour session, and then we'll see how the day goes from there. Thank you so much for always watching these videos. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.